The Middle East conflicts. Who is truly to be blamed? Is it one nation, one decision, one missile fired in the dark? Or is the truth far more complicated, buried beneath decades of distrust, broken agreements, shifting alliances, and power struggles that never ended? When explosions light up Gaza, sirens echo across Tel Aviv, rockets streak over Lebanon, and Iran and Israel trade threats while American warships move closer, the world asks, who started this? And who benefits? But before pointing fingers, we rewind. The region's instability did not begin yesterday. Its roots stretch back over a century to colonial partitions and borders drawn by foreign powers. Artificial lines split tribes, religions, and ethnic groups. Promises were made. Promises were broken. After World War I, the Ottoman Empire collapsed. Britain and France divided territories under Sykes-Picot. Nations formed, but identities fractured. Were the seeds of tension planted then? In 1948, Israel was created. 4 Jewish communities after the Holocaust, it meant survival. For Palestinians, it meant displacement. 2 histories, 1 land. Wars followed in 1948, 1967, and 1973. Responsibility remains contested. The Cold War turned the region into a chessboard. The United States and Soviet Union backed rivals. Weapons flowed. Proxy wars deepened. Was it ideology or oil and influence? In 1979, the Iranian Revolution reshaped power dynamics. Iran became a regional challenger. Hostility toward Israel hardened. Tensions with Washington intensified. Sanctions and covert operations built the standoff we see today. But here's the unsettling truth. At different moments, every side escalated when de-escalation was possible. Lebanon saw invasions and rocket fire. Iraq's 2003 invasion toppled Saddam but unleashed instability, sectarian violence, and expanded Iran's influence. Syria's uprising became a proxy war with global players backing opposing sides. Now focus on today. Israel faces rocket threats from multiple fronts. Iran expands alliances and missile programs. The United States maintains bases and strategic commitments. Gulf states balance diplomacy and deterrence. When airstrikes at Syria or Iraq, are they defense or sparks? When Iran advances its nuclear program, is it deterrence or leverage? When sanctions tighten, do they protect security or deepen resentment? Is blame even singular in a region where history, religion, and geopolitics collide? Some say Israel's operations fuel cycles of violence. Others argue it acts under constant threat. Some accuse Iran of destabilizing neighbors through proxies. Others say Iran responds to isolation. Critics claim U.S. involvement inflames tensions. Supporters argue it prevents wider wars. So who is right? Or is everyone partially right and partially responsible? What about missed diplomatic opportunities? Ceasefires that collapsed within days? Agreements signed, then abandoned? The Iran nuclear deal was hailed as progress, then unraveled. Did it collapse accelerate confrontation? Or was it flawed from the start? Regional normalization agreements shifted alliances. Did they create stability or deepen divisions? Meanwhile, civilians pay the price. Families in Gaza rebuild again. Israeli communities rush to shelters again. Lebanese towns brace again. Iranian citizens endure sanctions and uncertainty again. If ordinary people suffer most, why does the cycle continue? Is it ideology, political survival, economic interest, or fear that compromise equals weakness? Every conflict here has layers. No single spark explains a fire. Blame is rarely clean, but accountability matters. When militants target civilians, that is a choice. When governments authorize force, that is a choice. When negotiations collapse, that is a choice. When foreign powers intervene, that is a choice. So perhaps a deeper question is not who is to be blamed, but who is willing to change. Can rivals accept coexistence? Can global powers step back from proxy competition? Can leaders prioritize long-term peace over short-term gain? Or are we destined to repeat the cycle? History shows entrenched conflicts can shift. Europe rebuilt after world wars. Former enemies became partners. It required courage and compromise. Is such courage possible here? There were moments of hope. Camp David, Oslo, the Iran deal. ceasefires under pressure. Each time, optimism flickered. Each time, mistrust returned. What prevents lasting peace? Ideology? Trauma? The belief that justice for one side means defeat for another? Perhaps blame is shared across decades of failures. Perhaps it lies in hardened narratives that leave no room for empathy. Or perhaps it lies in something simpler. Fear. Fear of annihilation. Fear of betrayal. Fear of appearing weak. Fear shapes strategy, alliances, rhetoric. Left unchecked, it turns defense into offense. So as tensions rise and missiles fly, the world watches and asks, who is to be blamed? Israel defending against threats? Iran expanding influence? The United States projecting power? Militant groups rejecting coexistence? Regional powers seeking dominance? Or the weight of history itself? The uncomfortable truth may be this: no single villain, no single victim, only a web of actions and reactions across generations. But complexity does not remove responsibility. If the region is to move forward, accountability must be shared. Security must be mutual. Diplomacy must be sustained. Until leaders choose dialogue over dominance, retaliation will remain the default. So as you reflect on who is to blame, consider another question: who is prepared to break the cycle? Because that answer may determine whether the next headline speaks of escalation or peace. The story is still unfolding, and the stakes remain immense.